Hola, hola. Welcome back to Gizme. I'm your host, Elisbeth.
And I am Ketty, your co-host.
Mario,
Our
the one that you don't have to worry about.
moderator. So, a couple of days ago, Mario and I were talking about life. We were talking about life, literally. And then he comes up and tells me how he had an internship in Disney.
Oh yeah.
In Disney.
Disney World.
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
The small
Disneyland
one. The small one.
In California.
In
Yeah,
California,
he was
yeah.
in Cali.
Okay.
He told me a couple of not a couple. There was many interesting things.
Have you ever seen those videos on YouTube about Disney adults? How they go to Disneyland and they love it and they scream, even cry, and take pictures with all the characters and look for like all the hidden things that the park have?
Yes.
It's like that, but with like 18 to 21-year-old college students. It is the cringiest thing I have ever been a part of. I remember the orientation day. They put us in a theater, giving us like the talk, like all like what we're gonna be doing for the working at Disney, blah 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 blah. Then a guy dressed in Mickey Mouse comes out.
It was Mickey Mouse, okay?
It was Mickey Mouse
Jesus.
coming
Mickey
into the
Mouse.
room.
There's no people dressed as Mickey Mouse. It's just
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse.
sorry, it's just Mickey
the
Mouse.
disrespect, Mario.
Like literally, he comes out to the room and everybody turns around, and I swear to God, everybody jumps out of the chair and starts screaming like they were 5-year-old in Disney for the first time, crying, yelling, "Mickey, Mickey, we love you!" Like there was like two girls, like because mostly it's girls that come to these internship things, and like I was surrounded by girls, and they were all crying. Like I swear to God, I felt so uncomfortable. Like I've never been more uncomfortable than at Disneyland.
Well, why?
Cause you're an adult, right? So you're supposed to like act a certain way, but like these Disney kids, Disney guy adults, they never grew out of Disney. They just want to like relive their childhood. They want to be cringy, which is fine. Like I support a little bit of nostalgia, but they just take it to a whole new level, bro. It is the cringiest thing. And like all the things that I remember doing was like I had my hair like really long, like it was this long, right? And I used to make it straight to do like a pumper or whatever. And they told me you had to cut your hair; it's too long. And I wanted to do highlights and everything. It was like you had to cut it up and you had to get it back to your natural hair. I had a beard, and they told me you had to cut it. We Disney employees, they don't wear beards.
They have to be hairless, guys.
Yeah, literally hairless. Like guys is the face, the clean face, and it's like I'm a fat guy. If I don't have a beard, my face just look 3 times worse than it is right now with the beard. So it's just like I didn't want to do that, but I had to do it because I was already there. Like I pay $1,000 to go there and everything. Like I just cut my hair, and then I start the job. And you see these people, you know how they tell you in customer service, like the customer is always right and like always smiling and like be helpful, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing at Disney, but like up to 100. And if you don't smile all day, they will literally take you to the back and reprehend you. Like
Disney?
yeah, Disney. Like, because they will have, like, I work in the restaurant, the New Orleans restaurant. And like, I'm a people person, but like sometimes I just don't want to be smiling all day. Like I can't do that. And they sent me to the back, and they gave me a strike for that.
For not smiling.
For not smiling enough, and like not being friendly enough. And I'm like, what do you mean not friendly enough? Like I'm talking to them, and even if I was talking, they're just moving really fast because they just want to get their food and that's it, right? And it's like, no, this is Disney. Like we hold you to upstander. It was just like, bro, you're paying me $10 an hour in California. Like you're getting the best out of me. You're not getting more than this. And that's another thing. They pay you $10 an hour, right? No, sorry, I was getting paid $11.25. And like they put us in this building for all of the people in the internship, but Disney doesn't pay for that. We had to pay for that. So all the money that we get.
Stay?
Yeah, for the staying. So they put us in an apartment, and in each apartment, there's 5 people living in that apartment. So it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and in one bedroom there's 2 people, and in the other bedroom there's 3 people, and they had to share the bathroom, like however, like you figure it out, and you pay, I think it's like $150 every week. So every time you get paid, I was paying rent and barely had any money left. Like literally the people that do these internships are like rich white people that can afford to not work because their parents will like cover for everything. I was struggling. Like at some point I was buying like $10 pizza because it would last me the whole day, like twice, two to three times a week to eat until the next paycheck. Like it's so bad. And people don't even care about that. They're like, yeah, they pay us like shit, but we're working at this. And I'm like, bro, so what? It's a theme park. It's not the world. It is unbelievable.
Yes, I do understand. Like, there are people, like, going back to where the girls were going wild with Mickey and stuff like that. The thing is that when we're kids and they take us to these theme parks, we're not allowed to roam around by ourselves. We're not allowed to get close to people, to talk to people, because we're kids.
Yeah.
And obviously our parents are scared about something happening to us. So then when you see yourself without the parents in these theme parks, it's like, oh my God, yes, I can do whatever I want whenever I want to. I go up and down. I do this, I do that. But the whole pay thing and how they treated you guys, that was
No, it
that
is.
not fair.
It's so shitty. It's so shitty. And people, and they do it. They do it because they know that everybody there, they don't care because they're working at this. They have this mentality of like, we're working at Disney, the happiest place in the world. So
But
they
that
don't
is
care.
that is where they Disney pretty much brainwashes
Yeah.
everyone since we're little.
For sure.
And it's like, oh my God, I want to be at this place because this is the place that I was raised watching their movies and watching them on shows and all this stuff. And it's like, this is the best place in the world.
It's the nostalgia part. Like they definitely take advantage of that nostalgia that, you know, it brings for you to like work at Disney.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's also because, like, you know, they go there, like, as you said, they go there when they're kids and, like, they want their freedom to do whatever they want at the park and everything. Like, I don't have that. I never been to the park before. The only reason I even did this internship was because my brother got to go to Disney World through the internship. And I applied at the same time that he did, but, like, a little later. So they didn't take me. And I was so pissed. I was like, if this can go, get in, I can. So I applied the next year, the next semester again, and I got in. But I got into Disneyland, the smaller one. I was like, you know what? Whatever.
That's karma.
I'll go, get it out of my system, and then that's it. And I remember also, like, they were doing the second part of the orientation was, like, they took us inside of the park. And the guide tour was like, so who hasn't been to Disneyland before? And I raised my hand because I didn't know what was coming. And he's like, oh, so, like, how do you like it? What do you think of it? Like, I had to lie. I was like, oh, this is wonderful. But in my mind, I was like, this is just like any other theme park I've ever been. Like, there's nothing special about this place.
But did you grow up watching Disney movies?
Yeah, I grew up watching Disney. Like, one of my favorite Disney movies is Aladdin. I love Aladdin and Hercules. So, like, I love the movies, but I also know that I'm an adult, and all of the rides here are mostly for kids. So it's like, it's cute, it's nice, but it's just a theme park, you know? And it's so pricey too. It's so overpriced.
Completely.
Oh yeah,
But
for sure.
they have taken advantage of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because who doesn't like a butterbeer? Like,
Because, like,
What
honestly,
is a butterbeer?
it's that drink from Harry Potter that
yeah,
they
but that,
sell
they don't have that in Disneyland. That's in Universal.
They don't have that in Disney.
That's in Universal.
That's a universal thing.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Oh my God, you're worse than I am. You don't even know you're.
No, I've never been to Disneyland
Yeah.
per se.
Oh, no, me
I went
either.
to Disney World.
Like, let me tell you this. I went there, and I was like, I'm gonna do every single ride. And because the park is so small, I did it in a week. All of the rides, I did it in 1 week.
Oh right, because Disneyland is
It's
small.
super small. It's only 2 parks, and both parks are really small. Like, you can go around the first park all around in like 30 minutes. No, maybe 40 minutes, right? And if you go early in the morning, there's not a lot of people because, you know, they come with the kids, and the kids are not going to wake up at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. They're going to wake up at like 1.
Exactly.
So the park is pretty empty during the morning. So it literally took me 1 week. And then after that, I kept going a couple of times with friends just to hang out. Or when I didn't have any money and nothing to do, I would just go to the park because I could get in for free. And after a month, I got bored. I was like, I don't want to go there anymore.
It's like the whole like people that work at McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's. It's like people get tired of the food and the things.
But they don't get tired. That's the thing. I was getting tired, but like most of everybody that was in the internship, they were going to the parks every day. If they were not working, they were in the park doing anything. The whole 5 months I was there, it was just.
I mean,
going
no,
in and
there is many. I'm sorry that I interrupted you, but there is many people. I mean, I've seen many influencers that are like, oh my god, Disneyland, like that's or Disney World, like that's their thing. Like they are obsessed,
Yeah.
and like I get it, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, well, okay, like that's like for I love Disney, but not to the point that I'm gonna have decorations in my house that are from Disney just
Yeah.
because I love Disney.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I've known people
Yeah.
and seen people on social media that are like this.
I have something that has to do with Disney World in their house.
Yes.
Mhm.
Or have a corner of their house dedicated to Disneyland or Disney World, whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
And I mean, I went, it's very interesting because one of my dreams when I was a kid was to go to Disney World because when I got deported to the Dominican Republic when I was 5, my family was going to Disney World. And I thought I was going to, and then I end up in DR, and I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, that was the year that we went.
No, you didn't go because they were going to deport you too.
No, oh no, I didn't go. But I went when I was younger.
Yeah, you did. You did because there was a trip before they took me back to DR, but I couldn't go. I don't know why. I guess because Dad didn't give the money. But yeah, so then obviously since you're a kid and this happens, immediately me, I don't know about any other person, but that became one of my like bucket list in life. Like I needed to go to Disney World.
Yeah.
And then I got to go when you were pregnant of Emma. It was 2000.
Oh yeah, when I was having Emma, it was 2017.
Yes, when I was 17.
Yeah, that's when you guys took Isaac.
Yes. My aunt was actually going, and then she told me, she was like, oh yeah, we're going to Disney World, would you like to go? And then I was like, oh yeah. And then Isaac was like, oh my god, I want to go. So then I took Isaac with me. Like we all went, and honestly, outside going to Universal and getting the butterbeer, I didn't find the hype of it. And this is my first time seeing
Right?
this.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand the hype. Like, I will understand Disney World because it's 4 parks and they have Animal Kingdom and all that. Like, that's the one I wanted to go because that's the better experience.
Well, I didn't go to like Animal Kingdom. Well, my aunt and her family decided to go to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
But still, like that was my dream because of the castle
Yeah.
and the princesses and all this. And
And you can even go inside the castle.
oh no, that
You
was the
can't
other
go to
thing.
the- you can
I
go to
was
the
like,
top.
oh my god, I want to go. And then I realized that you can't go
Yeah.
inside the freaking castle. And I was like, wait,
Why can't
what?
you go inside the castle?
It's closed. It's closed for guests.
Yeah.
They only, I don't know in Disney World, but in Disneyland, you can go across, like under the castle because it's a bridge, and then they have like on the side of the castle they have like these little hallways, and you can go inside those hallways, but you can go up the stairs.
Well,
Yeah.
in Disney World, you can go up the castle, but you have to like make a reservation, and like there's like this princess brunch thing for like
Yeah.
little girls. But I heard that's super expensive, and it's super hard to get in. Like you could never get a reservation.
Oh, is that Club 33? Because that's one of the clubs that they have there. Like I remember I was there. It's like Club 33 was like this big thing. Like they don't take everybody. It's like a secret society, but it's a restaurant, and like only people like rich, famous people go in there. Like even the workers, they have to be authorized to go in there to bring anything or to work in there. It's like one of the craziest things about the park.
I just know that Disney is a complete hype into it, and they embed all that stuff into our minds, or to most of our minds. Like saying it was like, this is the best world. This is the best place in the world. Like I haven't been back in years. When I went, I loved it, but I was a little kid. Now I would honestly see it as just a theme park. It's
Yeah.
another Six Flags, another Nickelodeon water park. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's how I see it.
Yeah. Like that's why I was so glad I did it. and also I shouldn't have done this, because it's like I got it on my system. Because my mom, when I remember when we were kids, she always wanted to take us to Disneyland or Disney World, but she just couldn't. And I was like, well, Tommy did it. Let me do it too. And I did it. I was like, I don't want to come back here. This is not our place. Like I will probably go at least one time to Disney World just so that I can go to Animal Kingdom, because I really want to go there. But
Yeah,
other than
it's
that,
really nice. I
heard
loved
that.
it.
And I've seen pictures.
but other
'Cause
than
I
that, I
went-
wouldn't do it again.
When we went, that was the part that I mostly loved about the whole trip.
The Animal
Because
Kingdom,
on
right?
top of that, I hate walking. And that was
She does. We're definitely sisters for that because I hate
Right.
walking.
Oh
I
my
take
goodness.
Ubers everywhere.
By 20 minutes inside these parks, I was just like, can we leave? Can we go back to the hotel? Like, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of walking in Disney. Like that's why I was kind of glad I went to Disneyland, because it's so small. You can get everything done super quick. It's not a lot of walking.
For sure. No, there's way too much walking.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Yes, it's extremely horrible.
But I think I will go to Disney World again, but I wouldn't go to, well, probably I would go to Magic Kingdom because most likely I'll go with Ketty. And obviously she has.
She loves to travel with me, guys. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't even understand. I tell her that she needs to, branch out.
Get your own life.
I do.
Dude.
I need a life, bro.
It's
I'm
like
always
do
at
you guys,
Ketty's
I'm
house.
sorry that I'm going way off the topic. But the other day, she goes to Dominican Republic, right?
Oh my God,
So
no,
she,
stop.
yes, I am going to speak about it. Yes, I am. This is Gisme, honey. Okay?
Go.
Ubícate.
Okay. Put yourself in place. And then I'm going to be talking about Chase Miss, okay? And then she goes to Dominican Republic. She comes back because it was a memorial for her grandfather. So one of the days she decided to go out to eat. She comes back and then she's telling me how she met up with, and I'm not going to speak about his name as of yet, but Mr. Man, we're going to call him that for now.
Mr. Man. Very interesting.
Mr. Man, we're going to call him now. That she met up with him, and that she was telling me how her mom was being a little thing about her seeing him because they had a past and he didn't treat her quite right, but she decided to meet up with him. So I'm saying I don't understand why your mom is going to go out and be upset because you met up with him. And then into her story, she goes ahead and she tells me that she was with her mom, her cousin, and her cousin's girlfriend, which is the baby mama of the cousin. We'll talk about that later, guys, at another time. But she goes ahead and then grabs, while she's on her way to the restaurant, she grabs and she calls the guy to meet up with her. And then I tell her, and then I just look at her like, what?
No, I texted him and then he gives me a call.
Okay.
And then that's when keep going.
And then she really thought that he wasn't going to show up. But I do tell her, I was just like, if you text somebody and you want to meet up with the person, so you expect them to say yes. The thing is that I tell her is, you're 22 years old. I don't understand why do you have to be chaperoned every single time you meet up with this guy, with Mr. Man.
Listen, this is why now there is an agreement that next time I'm either in the Dominican Republic or he's here, we need to see each other privately.
Not privately.
Privately in the sense
Not
that like
privately, because people are gonna think, what, are you guys gonna go to a hotel room or something?
no, not like that, guys, but like in the sense of like me
And
not-
him. It's like, I don't understand. When I want to meet up with a guy, hey, I could have been 20 years old. I don't be telling nobody come with me.
but it wasn't something
because
that I had.
What do you know if he wanted to
planned.
give you a kiss?
Well, he did give me a kiss.
No, es que you were with people y después vienen y los dañan. Vienen and they ruin the whole thing diciéndote cosas. Like,
Pero
because the thing is that you were chaperoned. Because everyone sees you as a little girl.
Jesus Christ.
She's not wrong.
Damn it, Mario.
Well, she's right. What do you need a chaperone for?
It wasn't like that, though.
Guys, okay, everyone.
Okay, let's
I
open
want
the
you-
comment box.
Please, because I really want to know if you're going out with your family, obviously you want to meet up with this guy because you want to fix things or you want to talk it out with somebody, and you know that your family is not too okay with the guy, why would you invite him knowing that there could be some comments around it? And then the way the guy is going to see it is that you're being chaperoned every single time.
Well, my question of the day or of the week would be, would you invite this person
Knowing everything that you have heard about it?
Yes. Would you have invited this person to this dinner with a couple of members of your family, knowing where they stand? Well, one of the people that were there didn't know this person. She had only heard what had happened and what this person means to me. But the two other people, which was my mother and my cousin, they were not exactly, well, my cousin's never exactly on the same page as me, but
they weren't too excited, guys. Okay. Yes. And then there is some tension between her and him. And I'm not going to explain what type of tension it is. Okay.
It's sexual tension, obviously. I mean, is it on? Is it on?
And then every single time she shows up, she's with somebody. It was like, how could this guy take her seriously?
It's okay. There's a schedule. Well, there's not a scheduled date.
Everything about her needs to be scheduled.
Yeah, you see, this is probably why I'm single.
Have a schedule for pum pum time?
No, not for pum pum time, but
the thing is that it's like, okay, for instance, me,
but listen, you're independent. You literally go to the art and even like get on public transportation. I can't do that.
Transportation. I ask questions.
Well, that's because you don't want to.
No, I can't do that. I don't know how she does it. I find it so freaking difficult. I don't know how she does it.
You speak to people or you grab an Uber.
But listen, there has been progression because back when I needed to be picked up from the airport, I needed to be dropped off. Now, this time around when I went, I took an Uber to get back home. Well, to get home, and it wasn't that bad. So
She is scared of everything.
Listen, because my grandmother's freaking scared. So rather than me having to deal with her yelling at me,
that's why there's hotels.
But listen, now it's okay. Now
en cabañas.
Oh my God. No, I heard la cama de la cabaña son muy duras.
No, if you go to Malibu, they're pretty nice.
¿Dónde es Malibu?
En la pista San Isidro.
Oh, no, la de San Isidro I heard they're good, pero no sé sobre la cama porque no he preguntado.
Pero ¿a quién que tú le vas a preguntar?
No sé.
¿A quién que tú le preguntas esta pregunta? Who do you ask these questions?
No, tal vez.
No, yo quiero que tú me respondas la pregunta.
¿De qué?
¿A quién que tú le preguntas esas preguntas?
No, que yo no le preguntaba a nadie. Yo simplemente
no, pero que tú me estás diciendo, porque tú me estabas hablando. Pero, dale.
Por mi aesthetic, I don't like cabañas. Just because I've seen pictures of them and they look too like, what's it called? These people estrambóticas.
Girl, pero que eso es lo bonito de esa vaina.
No, es que
con su jacuzzi, con su cosita allí, con
I think I'd rather go to a hotel.
Ay, Dios mío. Entonces no vaya a Hard Rock entonces.
No, I'll go to Hard Rock.
Pero que son estrambóticas.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No,
they have a jacuzzi and everything.
But
in
it's
there.
not about the jacuzzi part. It's about like the color choice.
It's about how they look.
Yes. There's
no,
like
the one Malibu, it's like they have the theme that is red and black.
Yeah, you see, I don't like that.
That's like the sets colors.
Me siento que estoy en las 50 sombras de Grey.
Pero ajá.
Damn.
Pero ¿qué es lo que tú piensas que tú vas a hacer allá adentro?
No, pero que yo no me quiero sentir que estoy en las 50. En el red room, I don't want to feel like I'm in the red room.
No, it's more. There's a lot of black, and then the splashes of red, and then they have the room that I was in. I was like, it had this woman picture with the lip. No, it's only this part of it. Like, I'm sorry. It's the part of the nose and the mouth only, and she has red lips, and she has like a strawberry in her mouth. But it's not something like naked people or anything like that. Even though if you do turn on the TV, the first thing you'll see is porn.
Interesting. I don't even know how we got here, but
about traveling.
Yes.
I was like traveling Disneyland, and then how you're so scared of doing things on your own.
And you always need a chaperone?
Yes, for everything.
Jesus. You know what? I'll change that. There's many things that I've been changing about my life, and I think me being chaperoned will be the next step on my trips to
No,
Dominican
completely.
Republic.
It's like when you're going to go do something, you don't need to have a witness there.
You're 4 years late.
Like, completely.
Probably. I should have burned that stage back.
A long time ago, girl. Like, tú vas, pero encima de todo eso, tú haces las cosas calladas, te quita el que alguien te critique.
That's true too. That's very true.
Because it's only going to be you and the person you did it with.
And
if you decide to say something about it, you speak. But if you don't, nobody's going to know. You need to start getting respect that you are an adult, not a little girl. Because you can't do things that are a little girl.
Booyah.
Este hombre,
Ya.
este hombre, de verdad. Bueno, está bien. Bueno,
Y se tenía que decir.
y se dijo,
Isn't that how she says it on that show?
I guess, no sé.
I don't know.
Pero, anyway, sí, la pregunta del día es que si lo hubieran invitado o no lo hubieran invitado, if you would have had invited him or not.
And if she should have been chaperoned or not, guys.
Yes, okay.
I'll give you the answer. No, you shouldn't have a chaperone.
Let's leave that for the people.
No, I'm telling you right now.
I mean, okay.
You don't need the people.
Jesus, it wasn't planned.
No, esa es otra cosa que yo voy a hablar aquí ahora. Miren, yo le voy a decir a ustedes. Si vengo yo y agarro y estoy en la República Dominicana y estoy hablando con una persona y en atrás de mi cabeza yo estoy pensando en qué momento sería bien yo verme con esa persona. And then you find a little slot that you can do it. It doesn't have to be planned. If it was something that would have even passed your mind.
But listen.
No,
and
listen
I'm
nada.
interrupting you. But listen, this is the thing. Before I bought my ticket, we had a conversation. And I
Planning.
Yeah, I'm a planner. I have a planner.
No, she
actually.
needs to stop doing that.
Live a little.
But I had a conversation with this person and I told him, hey, listen, I'm going to the Dominican Republic, blah, 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 blah. And then he was like, okay, send me your flight itinerary so I could know how long are you going to be here for and like the
Okay,
amount
sí. Todo eso
But,
lo que ella
okay,
está
that
diciendo.
happens.
Pero espérense, mi gente, porque tenemos el tiempo corto. We have short time. Whose idea was it to go to the restaurant?
The idea to go to the restaurant, it was mine.
Exactly. Boom. You got it.
She's like, I'm out. But this is the
No,
thing.
there's no but about it.
This is the thing.
Uh,
But
the-
I thought
I already said
after
it.
I sent my flight itinerary, I told myself, well, listen, I don't think this is going to be able to happen. Because that was the other thing. I only went to the Dominican Republic for 3 days.
Okay, Elisbeth, but everything you want to do is planned, honey.
And one of those days was the memorial. So obviously I was busy. I couldn't book anything for that day. And then the day after I get there, I wanted to go to the beach. But unfortunately, nobody was available.
Okay, back to the topic about him and the restaurant.
And then the restaurant was pretty much plan Z of the alphabet.
Exactly, but there,
And then
she brought it up, lived a little. It wasn't part of the plan, but it should have been something that she should have done only with him. If he would have said no, entonces no iba para ningún lado. O se iba con su mamá y con su primo y toda su gente. Pero si él hubiera dicho que sí, hice sola con su Mr. Man.
I thought she was gonna say with her hombre.
yo también, yo pensé que iba a decir with her man, but then she said with Mr. Man. I was like, okay, that's fine.
With her Mr. Man.
Her Mr.
Exactly, guys. So was she in the wrong with while she was on the way to this restaurant to invite him? Or she should have invited him first because it was in her mind to invite him.
Pero ya cuando estaba en camino.
No.
Yo creo que estaba en la 27 de febrero y eso estaba en Piantini cuando yo pensé en escribir.
No, mi hermana, eso es una cosa que usted lo tenía en su mente hace tiempo. No venga con esa a mí.
No, pues claro, porque la tensión está.
Exactamente. ¿Qué es lo que usted tenía que hacer? Hacerlo solo, porque de seguro hubiera sido un final feliz.
Bueno, está bien entonces, dejémoslo ahí.
Okay, bye.